Welcome back. My name is Kaushik and you are watching Kaushik's Everyday English. As a corporate soft skills trainer, when I tell my trainees to be polite or to speak politely, what they think is that speaking politely means speaking in a low voice or in a soft voice. But speaking politely doesn't mean that. So those who want to speak English politely, today's video is for them because today we are going to learn how to speak English politely or how to be polite in English. Does it seem that the thing that you say often cause offense? Or are you having trouble getting people to respond to your requests? If that's the case, maybe people are perceiving that your English is impolite. So learn how to avoid being rude and how to speak English politely. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Let's look at the first scenario. Give me versus could you please. Now say for example, you are sitting with someone who is carrying a newspaper and you want to read that newspaper but he's not reading it. He's just holding it in his hand, and if you ask him give me the newspaper, he might take it as an offense, thinking that you are commanding him, because people don't like being told what to do. So often it becomes very difficult for you to get something you want without causing frustration. So you have to replace the phrase that sounds like commands. Like over here, as I've told you, that if you say give me the newspaper, it sounds like a command. So you can very easily replace this commanding phrase by saying could you please pass me the newspaper. It means the same. You are asking the other person to give you the newspaper, but it doesn't sound like command, right? He may not feel that you are commanding him or you are ordering him. So you can say, could you please pass me the newspaper? So in this way, you can talk politely. Look at the next scenario. Could you please give me 5 minutes versus go away. Now say for example, at your office you are very busy, but at that point of time when you are very busy doing work or trying to complete your project or something like that, you are in a rush, you're in a hurry, one of your colleagues came to you asking a favor. So naturally at that time you may get annoyed because you don't have any time to talk to him, but you are annoyed as because your colleague is bothering you, and if you say go away or move away, he may feel insulted, he may take it as an offense, right? But you are also in a helpless situation, you are not being able to talk to him. So naturally if you say move away or go away, you are not wrong, but you sound rude. So instead of that, you could tell him, could you please give me 5 minutes? So over here also it means that you are not in a position to talk to him, but you are asking him to wait for 5 minutes. That means to wait for some time so that you can come back to him and you can listen to him. So he may not be offended. So in this way, you can talk politely. Let's move on to the next scenario. Move versus excuse me. Now say for example, somebody is in your way and you are not being able to move, or you are not in a position to move. So obviously what you would tell him or her, move out of the way, right? But if you say this, it sounds extremely rude and is likely to get you the negative reaction. So instead of saying this, or you can avoid this commanding phrase, move out of the way, and instead of this you can say, excuse me, and that will get you the same result that you want without causing offense. So next time if somebody is in your way, tell him or her politely, excuse me. Let's look at the next scenario. No versus I'm afraid I can't. Say for example, your friend has come to you after a long time and is asking you to go with him for a shopping, or to go with him to see a movie or something like that, to go for a movie. But you are not in a position to go because you have got tons of work and you have got some tension. Somehow you have to refuse that invitation, and for refusing that, if you tell your friend, no, I can't go, so your friend may feel hurt, may feel insulted, right? So in that case, you are causing offense by being a little bit rude. So in this case, if you tell him, I'm afraid I can't, so that sounds polite, but that means that you are again refusing that same invitation, right? But it sounds polite if you say, I'm afraid I can't go with you, or I'm afraid I can't accompany you. The next scenario is I would like versus I want. Now say for example, if you make a request by saying I want, that sounds a little bit rude. Say for example, if you say that I want a burger, I want a cup of coffee. So the person you are telling this may feel a little bit offended because that sounds a little bit rude. So instead of saying that, if you say, I would like a cup of coffee please, or I would like a burger please, that sounds polite, and the other person also will definitely serve you a cup of coffee or serve you a burger with a smile. So in this way you can speak English politely. Look at the next scenario. Stop it versus would you mind. Now say for example, you are in a theater watching a movie and somebody else sitting beside you is constantly talking on the phone, right? So you may get irritated, or even if you're not irritated, right, you may feel disturbed and you may feel saying that person, stop talking on the phone in the cinema. But if you say something like this, that sounds rude. So instead of saying this, if you say that person, would you mind not using your phone in the cinema please? Would you mind not using your phone in the cinema please? It sounds polite, and the other person also will feel that yes, I mean, it's not good to talk on the phone in the cinema, right? So in that case, you will get a result that you want without causing any offense. So in this way you can speak English politely. Let's move on to the next scenario. Could you please hold on versus wait. Now say for example, you have received a call that is meant for your brother, and the other person, actually the caller, wants to talk to your brother, asking for your brother. And if you say that person wait, you are not wrong, because you are asking him to wait so that you can go and call your brother, or you can transfer the call to your brother. So you're not wrong, but you sound a little bit rude. So in that case, if you say, could you please hold on, so that sounds polite. So instead of saying wait, you could say, could you please hold on. So that also means that you are asking the person to wait so that you can transfer the call to your brother. So in this way, you can speak English politely. So friends, this is for today, and I hope you have enjoyed today's session and you have learned how to speak English politely. And I'm sure you will surely try to apply this in your daily conversation from now onwards. So before I leave, I would like to remind you once again to like, share and subscribe to my channel so that I can come up with new videos for you. So I'll be back again with another interesting video for you. Till then, stay safe, love your family, love your parents, and love yourself. Bye.